made it back to the present, but I seem to have lost part of myself. Hopefully on the next ride I'll make it back in one piece. Today we are talking about, well, today, the present. Time in the present is about our everyday lives and the people, places, and things that we value. We are going to make a culture map that show all of these places in our community that make it an interesting, caring, and fun place for us to live. Maps work as symbols, much like names do, if you'll remember from our first lesson. Maps use images, words, and shapes to represent buildings like hospitals and schools, natural places like rivers and forests, and also transportation systems like roads and paths. Maps can be very simple. For example, here is an aerial map or a map from above view of the MACC itself, or the Mexican American Cultural Center. It shows the building and all of the spaces that are part of the center. However, what it doesn't show are the extra special sights and sounds that you could only get by visiting the MACC. Like the noisy green monk parakeets that have built nests in the nearby power towers, those are my favorites. Or the beautiful roses that bloom at the MACC's entrance that were planted to honor Emma Barrientos. In a typical map, you wouldn't know about the music that pours out of the MACC's rooms from musicians practicing for their performances every day. And you wouldn't see the children playing in our backyard or our community healing garden with all types of herbs and vegetables growing. You also wouldn't observe all the visitors admiring the public artworks at the MACC. As we head back to the art studio, be thinking about what makes your community special. These are ideas that you will want to include in your own culture map. So get ready and I'll see you there. I hope you've been enjoying making your libros del tiempo. As you heard in the lesson today, we're focusing on the present in our communities today. So all those things we've been talking about, names and the past and traditions and culture, those help make up where we live today. And so we're going to do a little thing called culture mapping, and we're going to create a map about our community and the culture that lives there. Okay, so we're going to take this piece of cardstock paper and a brown paper bag, and that's going to be the basis for our map. And so what you want to do is to open up this paper bag, and if you have brown paper, that works fine too, brown construction paper. I like to use this because I'm a found object artist, which means I like to reuse things that I already have so that I don't waste. So I'm just going to look for the seam on this paper bag. Here it is. And I'm just going to tear along the seam. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm just going to cut around the bottom with my scissors here. And there we have our paper. So what we're going to do, we're going to do it on this side because this is the side I'm not going to use for the inside. I want to make a map that is about double the size of my paper here. So I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to use this as an edge, and I'm just going to roughly make an outline here of where the paper is. Got our edges matched up. Edges are matched up. Okay, we're going to just draw a little outline. Okay, and this doesn't have to be perfect, it just gives us an idea. And then I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to line up the line that I just drew and make another line and outline it here. So what you have are two sizes, double the size of the paper, right? And then we're going to cut out along that part. Okay, so there I have the outline for my map. And I have a little hole here from where I miscut earlier. I'm just going to clean it up a little. I'm going to clean up this line. And then I'm going to use my invisible tape just to patch the hole here. And this is fine. I like that maps look old, and if they're ripped, that kind of makes it look like an older map, even though we're dealing in the present. I kind of look like it's been weathered a little bit, or it looks a little bit old. I'm just going to tape up this right here. Okay. And then what we have is the basis for our map. Okay. And you might want to trim it to make it look a little nicer. And I want to think about this because we're going to put it inside of this piece of paper. We're going to see here, we're going to try to find the middle here of this paper and the middle of this paper. So fold this guy in half as we've been doing. We're going to make a fold and we're going to make a crease. Yeah? Okay. And then you're going to put this in here like this. And so what's going to happen is this is going to go inside like this. You're going to find the middle of it. And you're going to crease it the same way. Okay. And you're going to find the other middle as well. So you're going to crease it in the middle. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, well, this looks very large right now. It's much bigger than the paper underneath. But we're going to fold it inside. So it's going to be a map that folds out. So what you can do is, again, we made the center fold. Okay. So you're going to take this edge and you're going to fold it to the center there. And then you're going to take this edge and fold it to the center as well. Good. So now this, once we have everything decorated, is going to be glued on to this page. And we're going to be able to fold it this way. And these flaps are going to fold in. So it's all going to look. Okay, so then we have it like this. And let's close it like this. Okay. So then when we open our libros del tiempo, or our books of time, we're going to be able to fold out the map like this. Okay, so this is a map that I have previously done, and I'm going to work on a new map, but I want you to see kind of how this one's laid out. We have different places on the map, and they're connected by roads. So I'm going to start a fresh map, and for me, one of the most important places for me was homes. So I'm going to start out with my casita. And I'm going to make it doesn't look like my real house, but that's okay. I want mine to look kind of like a comic book or a cartoon. So I'm going to draw my little casita here. And later we'll fill it in with color. And maybe I should do it right now so you can see it. I don't know how well it's coming out on the video. So here's my little casita. And I'm gonna color it red. And you can put as much detail here as you want. Remember, we only have about 35 or 40 minutes to work, but you can work on this the rest of the day or over the weekend. So there's the casita. Now, another place that's very important to me is the MACC. That's where I work, that's where I teach, and where I also learn and attend events. So I'm going to create the Mexican American Cultural Center over here. And you may want to do all this in pencil so that if you mess up, you have a way to change what you've been drawing. So I'm drawing it in pencil here. Here's the pyramid shape. And there are some windows along this side. And we have a little curve here. Building. Okay. And because I'm doing mine kind of cartoon style, it doesn't have to be exactly what the MACC looks like, but just a representation of the MACC. Remember that representations, like in names, the words and letters make names, which are symbols. So are these symbols on the map. I'm just going to write in MACC here. Okay. And it's white, so I'm going to just quickly color it in white. Again, I'll go back and put some more detail in later. I want to make a road to and from the MACC. I ride a bicycle, so I'm gonna make it a bike path and a road, and maybe I'll put a little bikeito on there as well. So here's the MACC, here's the parking lot, and then it kind of goes like this. Okay. And there's a road that goes up here by my house, and a road that goes down here. But there's also a little shortcut that I can take here to get to this road. Okay, and because I drew in pencil, I can go in and erase some of these lines so it's a through street. Good, good. And then I'm going to color in my street here. So here's the street. These are the streets that connect two very important places for me. And there's another place that I really like to go that I haven't been able to get to this summer, and that's Barton Springs. And Barton Springs is important to me because there's nature there. I think the springs are very healing and relaxing, and I like to swim. So I'm going to include that on my map as well. Okay, I got the road here. And as I said, you can go back and make this look pretty later. So what should we do to represent or use as a symbol for Barton Springs? Well, I know there's a lot of trees out there, so I'm going to make some big oak trees. And then I'm also going to make a symbol for the water. And it's going to be very simple, and the symbol for the water are these waves. So now we have a couple different symbols for things. So I think it's a good time for us to make our key. So here is our key. And the key tells us what the symbols mean. So far I've made water symbol. And then, so we can say here equals water. I'm actually gonna write it in this color pencil so you can see it. Key. And I made this box. And this equals water. So there you can see where I have started the key. Okay, I've also made a symbol for a road. So I'm gonna do this, or a road or a bike path. And then I'm gonna write equals road. Okay, and then I've also got some trees, which mean forest. So I'm gonna put some little trees here. And they're a little bit smaller so that they fit. And this is gonna equal forest. And you can add as many things as you need to the key. Maybe there are more things that make sense for you and for your map. So this is a start of my map. I'm going to show you, I'm going to fast forward a little bit and show you my completed map. Here is my completed map, or a farther along map. So you can see here I have the springs, I have the MACC, I have all the roads connected to them. I put in HEB because that's an important place for me, because that's where I get my food and my supplies. I have my little bike that rides on the path. I have my key over here. And then I also have the library because that's an important place for me to go. And maybe you want to add a friend's house on here, or even a grandmother's house or family member's house. Anywhere that you think is important. Maybe it's a playground. And I want you to think about why those places are important to you and how they connect to the past and also to the future. Because tomorrow we're going to be working on imagining the future and your libros del tiempo, your books of time. So what I want you to do is to think about that, because you're going to be discussing and thinking about the future in the next page. So for now, that's all. We're gonna just fold it up. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.